It's me, Animals Ghostie from the host, broadcasting to you from this ethereal to entertain you to the utmost or as the most as I am possibly able upon this day. I advise, thank you for being the alpha and the omega of the stream at this current moment.
Oh boy, what flavor!
Thank you, friend Fitz. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm gonna warn you guys real fast. There is a small chance that I get a med delivery again today. So if my doorbell rings, I'm gonna have to like rush. But yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bring away while it rains outside. It's sunny here and I don't want it. I'm extremely hungry. And I ate lunch. I had pasta. Yay. We're gonna be doing Ascent 4 today, by the way. And I'll tell you guys about Ascent 4 and then we'll get into the thing. So, we are no flares at the top of the peak, so we're gonna have to grab the flare. The only guaranteed flare is at the beginning. So we're gonna take that all the way to the peak. By the way, we are now $12 away from our Cozy Games week. $12 from 300, and I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, so you guys have noticed I've had like a really big dips in energy and stuff, right? Well, but this thing we gotta take all the way to the top. I've been trying to fix that. I've been trying to fix that. Ooh. Yeah. We had... we had the peps. We had... Well, I don't have any tea or coffee right now. Tea used to be my go-to. And I bought some boa drink. And I also bought some gamer subs. Boa drink is an energy powder that is boa themed. From Drink Gamer Girl. I got the fruit punch version and it tastes good, but I've noticed something as I tried the was that green or is that yellow? Green. As I tried everything to try and fix my energy problem. By the way, I'm pretty sure I know what my energy problem is, and I'm sure it's gonna shock all. My energy problem is that I have multiple sclerosis and fatigue is just part of the suite of things I have. Hooray! But I've noticed that when I use any energy drink powder, like any boa drink or gamer subs drink or anything. I thought I heard a door and I got nervous. I was like, is that gonna be a man bringing in medical stuff to my home? I get incredibly hungry after I drink it. Like, ridiculously hungry. Unfairly so. And it pisses me off. Because... a lot of times when I'm drinking something like the pep, one of the reasons I drink it, other than the fact that I like it, is that I kind of desperately would like... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I kind of would like it, right, if if I didn't feel hungry for a bit, if I wasn't as hungry for a little bit, but I've noticed that with these gamer, like the gamer energy powders, I'm like famished. And I didn't eat just like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich today for lunch either. I ate pasta with tuna and corn in it. And I ate like about a cup, which is, you know, the amount I'm supposed to eat for lunch. Of something like that. And usually I'd be like, oh my god, I am so stuffed, right? I did not mean to continue climbing, but you know, why not? Hi, we found. How are you? But I don't know. Like, I am famished. Ridiculously so. So I'm gonna try not drinking any for like a day. Unless I'm incredibly exhausted tomorrow morning. We're just gonna try and get through a day without drinking any. And see how my energy does. And see why is this so far. Matthew Damon. And see if I'm still like ravenously hungry. Because I've been noticing that for the last little bit if I try like boa drink or something and then I'm so incredibly hungry. By the time that like it's not even when Goji gets home. And I wonder, and this is just me theory crafting, so don't take this as serious and like, oh, this is definitely the reason. But I know that none of them use real sugar or anything, right? They use sweeteners. Because they're all 0 calorie, right? And I know that when I drink Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper, I have a similar reaction. Like, I feel I will get so hungry, I will start shaking. And I won't be able to concentrate. And it's just awful. It's one of the main reasons I don't drink diet drinks. But it makes me wonder if it's just maybe my body doesn't like the sweeteners. You know? That could be it. But I don't know, we'll see. Cause like I said, when I drink Dr. Pepper, when we had all that Matthew Damon. When we had all the pap, I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem with that. Okay, that's not gonna work. Maybe if we go around there. I don't know. It could also just be psychosomatic. That boy needs therapy. What does that mean? Nut. Crazy in the coconut. Well, we might just be starting this one over because I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Obviously. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel a little off. Maybe I'll just. Maybe I'm just insane. That's possible. Right? I could be insane. I don't know where to go from here. Maybe I just. God. This was probably a bad idea. Yeah, so I'm just gonna see. I'm just gonna see how my body feels tomorrow if I just don't drink any gamer juice. Gamer juice! That sounds so disgusting. Gamer juice sounds disgusting. Like, what is gamer juice? Is gamer juice... Like, do you juice the gamers? I suppose you must. Would that be like... blood? Because I assume... Oh god, I'm making a choice and it's not a good one! Because I assume that the juice that comes out of humans is blood. I was streamlining my idea for Farm Fresh Xenomorphs with Goji last night, and we've come up with even better and more efficient ways to handle production. And I'm really hoping that we reach the $500 mark this month. Because if we reach the $500 mark, I get to share all of that with you. Think about it. You'll get to know exactly how insane I am when it comes to planning how to propagate an invasive predator species. That honestly we could get a lot of use out of. And not in the ways that they keep doing. You know? I've talked about this way too much. I need to stop talking about it. I need to stop. I need to stop talking about it because I've talked about it enough. I need to just leave it to if you guys get the $500. What I need to do that's what I need to do, but I also love talking about Farm Fresh Xenomorphs. It's like one of my favorite topics. I'm gonna get to talk about it a little bit next week anyway, because like I'm gonna be playing Aliens Fireteam Elite with Felicity and Amber Glowbug. We'll get to tell Amber all about Farm Fair Xenomorphs. And maybe even introduce some of my thoughts on dark corporate horror. I love dark corporate horror, okay? And I also love dark corporate humor. Both... I thought I heard a beeping noise. Both of them are delicious, and I love them. I'll take 12. Hello? What do you have? Ow. You know what? I'll take it. That's not too bad! Okay, Tropics, what hell do you have for me today? I mean, it doesn't look good, but it doesn't look like cancer. For those of you just joining us, if you're like, why is Ghostie playing solo and what's going on? This is our daily Peam. We are trying to get through all the different ascents. This is my first attempt at Ascent 4. We beat Ascent 3 yesterday on stream. I intend to have all of the ascents. I already have all of the achievements. And so if I can do all of the ascents, I will feel like I have been a very smart possum. I'm not gonna be attempting the ascent stuff when I am playing with friends. So if we're doing collabs and stuff, we're not gonna be trying for ascents unless the other people in the collab really want to as well. Just because, like, honestly, when I play with other people, it is more fun for me to just, like, be silly and not be trying to win. I know some of you are like, what the fuck do you mean you don't want to win? I do want to win. It's just, it's more fun when I'm playing with friends. If we're just being silly. So on Friday, when we play... On Saturday, this Saturday, we're playing Peak with Boa and Rom and Rans. I'm not gonna subject them to whatever ascent we're on. Whether that be 4 or Sandwich. Sandwich is an ascent, isn't it? Saturday is going to be Peam. I would have invited you, but it was going to be Boa and her Hubson and Rans. Would you stop blowing up in my face? But I will make an exception if you would like to play with us. I will make sure that we can have 5. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Oh. Look at you guys. You guys have people. You get to be around people. peoples. I'm being silly. Don't mind me. I'm just a tiny possum who exists in the realm of weirdness. Hi. Do I have? I do not have anything that would for sure fix issues. For sure fix imageries. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can work with that. Cause the weekend after next, I am doing I'm doing Aliens Fireteam Elite. So the last one we can plan something. Yeah, we can make a return to 7 days. I hear they have bees again. And I, for one, am a fan of bees. And 7 days to die. And in other places too. Just in general, I remember being a small child and my mama pus told me, hey, if a bee ever lands on you, don't panic. Just be really nice to the bee and they won't sting you. And sorry, I got jump scared by my ringtone. Just, you know, be gentle with them. Hi, Honest. A wasp lands on you, abandon all hope. Yes, exactly. Just, you know, be nice to the bee. So, then I was at recess and a bee landed on me and people screamed and started running, and so I was just really nice to the bee, and then I wish I could be friends with bees, but I don't think that's plausible. Abandon all hope, ye who pass here. I've screamed. We're good. Are we good? I don't know, but I do like screaming. And this is not a pass of honor. What? What do you mean this is not a pass of honor? Alouette, gentille alouette. Alouette, je te pimerai. I feel like this Tropics isn't as bad as yesterday's Tropics, but I could be wrong. Oh, that one? Alouette, alouette, oh, 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 oh. Alouette, gentille alouette. Alouette, je te pimerai. I actually quite find that song very funny. I remember learning it in grade 6. And that's when I died. Fine, we'll try again. We'll try again. Before we go, though, we should say hi to Scoutmaster Meyer. Hello! I hope you're having a wonderful day, Mr. Scoutmaster. Because we're playing solo, we can't see him normally, I don't think. Unless I think we get a scout bugle, we can do it. Yeah, or it was, there's a special bugle that you can get that if you play it and you play it all the way, I think it summons him. But it's like, Mr. Scoutmaster. I did not, leave anybody behind. Don't be mad at Ghostie. Just a tiny possum. Yay! Cannot eat balloon. I mean, you can eat a balloon. It's just... it's not very big in nutritional value. It's not very big in nutritional value. It might make your tummy hurt. So if you can avoid eating a balloon, maybe do that. I am offended by the fact that the first thing I found was a flare. Like, I have a flare. It's in my bag. Children and animal have demonstrably well, yeah, you can eat it. It just doesn't have any nutritional value. I bet there is an opossum that's eaten a balloon. But my favorite one is the opossum who ate the entire Costco chocolate cake. He had such a tummy ache. But I bet that was like the best sugar rush of his life. The people who found him took him to a vet. Like, that's how we know what happened. He got his scans and he was fine. He was fine. I might not be fine. Oh, I'm fine. Look at that. That's me being fine. The fog rises, does it? You know what also rises? My desire for burger! But we're so far from burger. We may not even get burger again this year. Can you imagine a whole rest of the year with no burger? I can, and it makes the possum sad. In case I have any viewers who are tuned in to my channel for the first time ever, yes, I am an opossum. An opossum. That means I am of the variety found in the Americas. I am not an Aussie possum. What? I am a North American variety of opossum. Specifically the Virginia opossum. I am not a person, I'm 3 possums in a goat. And we like to claim it's Gucci, but we got it from a goat. There's fancy shorts, haven't got whatever boats to float. But I'm not a person, I'm 3 possums in a coat. I'm not a person, I am 4 opossums act. And we're wrapped up in a fancy robe, we'll tell you that's a fact. We might look a little bigger, that's 'cause all our snacks are packed. But I'm not a person, I am 4 opossums stacked. And then as I say every time, I don't remember what comes before or after that, 'cause like, before or after that are no possums. Actually, I do know that after that comes 5 turtles, but like I don't... Despite having grown up watching Ninja Turtles, I am not a big turtle aficionado. I think this is not the best way to go. I could be wrong. I'm not turtly enough for this turtle club, it's true. Or as my brother once said, even though he was a very small child, so you guys shouldn't hold it against him because he was also a kid. There are no girl Ninja Turtles. I mean, there were later, but she kind of wasn't great. Was it already a part of it? And I just didn't know because I am small. And then it became you could only be that turtle, but she wasn't very cool, so I didn't want to be her. I wanted to be Raph because I like the color red, and he had thighs, and I thought that was cool. But you can't be a Raph if you're not a boy, Ghostie. Oh, okay. Honestly, who says you can't be a Raph if you're not a boy? If you're just a tiny little possum pretending to be a Ninja Turtle, you can pretend whatever you want. You can pretend whatever you want. You can even put on a hockey mask and be Casey Jones if you want. Casey Jones was pretty cool, if I'm honest. I don't think cooking the balloon would do anything good for us. It is how imagination works, yes. I agree with you. Tropics! Okay, we're gonna try and conquer it. Let us attempt. You know, I might make an advertisement for my book. And show it to all of you. Maybe. If I'm convinced it's not a dumb idea, I'll do it. And by convinced it's not a dumb idea, I mean, like, if I convince myself that it's not a dumb idea, I will do it. No one else should try to convince me, because I am the person that has to convince myself. Oh, I read more in, The Ship Who Sing, or The Ship Who Sang. And I loved it. I loved, I mean, it's from 1970, so it's fine if I spoil it, right? Is it fine if I spoil it? Or should I talk vaguely? Because I'm really enjoying it, but I want to talk about a specific point. But, if you guys, like, want to read it too and you haven't read it, I don't want to spoil it for you because it's actually really good. It kind of plays into our discussion, yesterday where we were talking about villains. Well, yeah, but if it's not a book that, like, everybody knows, then it's still spoilers, isn't it? But, so, if you guys don't know, The Ship Who Sang is essentially a story about Helva, who is a brain chip in the service of Central Worlds. And what that means is that Helva was born incredibly deformed and probably wouldn't survive. But Central Worlds encased her in a shell, which allowed her to survive. Yeah, I mean, like, I get what you're saying. But, I just, you know, I want to be careful, because I care about books and stuff. I also don't care about spoilers. I should say that, like, I actually quite love spoilers. Because I like to know what's gonna happen. Book. I am a nosy bitch, but I like knowing what's gonna happen. Okay, so her brain, her body really is encased in a shell, and he's like given nutrient paste and all of that, and raised and into this into a mind that can pilot. She is specifically going to be piloting a scout ship, which is a kind of ship that does a whole bunch of different missions all across the galaxy and known human space. And I think the book's just about her life, honestly. Like, I wouldn't say I'm halfway through, but I am. There are chapters, but they're not normal chapters as such. Like normally when a book has chapters, they're like maybe at most 10-20 pages, unless you have like the Council of Elrond, and then that's like incredibly long for a reason I still don't understand, if I'm honest with you. That and Tom Bombadil. I hate Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadillo. Da 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 da. And his boots are yellow. I hate him. I am glad he wasn't in the movies, cause he breaks shit. Anyway, this is, I think, 5 parts? Oh, that's not what I wanted. What I wanted. I think it's 5 parts. I think this is poisonous, but we're gonna eat it anyway. And they're all incredibly long, so they are chapters. But they aren't really chapters in the sense that you normally have chapters. If that makes sense, like it's sections. And each section is like a section of her life. So the first section is actually called The Ship Who Sang. And it's about her first partner, because the brain ships get paired with a brawn, which is a human, like a normal human person that has been trained to be a scout, and they pilot the brain ship. Well, pilot is a loose term. They do the legwork that the brain ship can't do, because the brain ship is, you know, a brain in a like titanium shell encased in a ship. And Helva, the main character, the ship, falls in love with her brawn. Like, straight up falls in love with him. Which I don't think is necessarily unusual. Because there are other ships that fall in love with their bronze as well. And the bronze fall in love with the ships. Can you blow me back, like... Thank you. And so it's you know, it's not unusual, but like usually bronze also have wives or husbands, because it can be a male or a female that is a brawn. And they have children, and a lot of times their children also go into the service, and a lot of times if their children are good scouts like they were, then they will get paired with the same ship. Fuck! I did the fucking same thing! Fine. We've got another chance. We can do it. I believe in us. So we've been through where she meets her first brawn, and he dies pretty tragically in a way that she cannot prevent, and she is just beside herself with grief. But she still has to do her job. So she does her job. And she takes a physical therapist to a planet experiencing plague, because the physical therapist can help the survivors regain mobility and stuff like that. The one that I just finished was she took who might be her new pair, but we're not entirely sure, because we might also not have that pairing. We'll find out. And essentially a stork run, because in this world setting they have essentially a thing where the okay, I did put it in there, where the central education or central government has records of everybody's DNA, so that if you need like an egg or a sperm, they can call it up from one of their databases. And there's a planet that experienced like a huge, I don't remember what it was, but it essentially rendered everybody on the planet impotent. So they can't barren. They cannot produce childrens. So Helva and her new brawn have to go to all these different places and collect these little embryos to bring to this planet that experienced this tragedy. And they run into that they're given this thing where it's like, oh, this wasn't expected. This one planet is offering 15,000 embryos, but they're not supposed to have a bank. This is weird. So they check with Central, and Central's like, yeah, no, that's fine. So they go there, and it turns out that Central warned them that it's an incredibly religious colony, and so they should be careful and like be nice to the people, make sure not to step on any toes and that sort of thing. Turns out this whole place is a death cult run by a rogue brain chip who went mad when her brawn died tragically. And so she tried to suicide into a volcano and it did not work. So, the cultists try to break into Helva to kill all of the embryos that they're carrying because, death is the greatest reward one could receive. But the whole problem is that Helva's new brawn is struggling with suicidal ideation because her husband recently died. It's an interesting sequence that all ends with Helva actually destroying the other brain chip and killing the shell person inside, which I imagine has to be a little bit traumatic for her. But she is so focused on the mission, she's like, I don't have time for this shit. I gotta get these children to where they're supposed to go. I don't know, it's really interesting. It's also like, it's an interesting story that doesn't seem to currently have an antagonist. Or the antagonist, rather, is the world setting as opposed to a character. And because the story spans an unknown amount of time, we're never really given how much time has passed between major events. So we don't know, for instance, how long was Helva with her initial brawn? We don't know. How long was this mission to essentially be a stork? We don't know. And I can't remember the name of the next chapter. The last chapter, the one that I just finished, was The Ship Who Killed. Which, I mean, yes, she did. But it was justified. They were trying to break into Helva and kill, 500,000 embryos or some shit. Like, yeah, of course she killed. It made sense. It's also interesting as kind of a case study of a book for someone writing sci-fi, because it is a kind of reawoke in me my understanding of sci-fi as something more than just what it has currently been accepted to be. You know, there's a certain look expected of sci-fi, there's a certain feel expected of sci-fi that I feel like is homogenized. The same with fantasy, and I kind of, that's why I end up liking a lot of things that are quite disliked in media, because like even if they're really shit, because some of them are really shit stories, but their settings are so inventive. It's not just the, and here is the kingdom with the king, or the galaxy with the evil empire. And there's a way to do that, and I mean, like, empires are things that exist, and I don't have a problem with empires existing. It's just like, okay, well, why are they evil? What do they gain out of being evil? Yeah, if they're human and you expect them to have human thought processes, then we need something more than just, and they were evil. I suddenly got incredibly dizzy. Oh my lord. Oh, that's not good. We're gonna keep trying to go, but we're gonna take a little bit of a second here. I feel like I'm gonna pull down, and I'm in a chair. It's fine. We're okay. Also, I'm suddenly experiencing an MS hug. Yay. Thank you for deciding that I needed to feel like I'm maybe having a heart attack, even though we all know I'm not. Thank you, buddy. I really goddamn appreciate it. I might be a little bit less talkative here in a second. I might actually have to end. Fuck. We're gonna try a little bit, but I may not make it through to doing Phasmophobia. If you guys will give me just 1 second. Just 1 second. I need to message them and let them know. Okay, sorry. I just had to message. I had to message them. I had to let Alyssa and Rams know. We're gonna complete this run. And then once we're done with this run, I'm gonna have to end stream. I do apologize. This is sudden. For those of you who don't know, I have multiple sclerosis. It's fine. This is not an alarming thing. It's just that, sometimes I have symptoms that flare up, unexpectedly. This is called an MS hug. It sounds very delightful. It is not. Essentially, I feel like all of the air is being squeezed out of my lungs at the moment. My chest is quite tight. It is not a heart attack. Do not worry. I am in no danger. I am just suddenly incredibly winded. Fuck. I'm gonna do my best to be, you know, able to play the game and make progress. But I must imagine that this is payback from my multiple sclerosis for pushing myself so fucking hard. What do I have a yummy? I have a yummy. Thank you, Mr. Tech. That was delicious. Yeah, so we're gonna do our best. I'm not gonna just give up. That would be silly and dumb. But I am having a struggle. I am having a struggle. I apologize for the ad break. I would get rid of ads if I could. There we go. Look at us. Look at us being smart little possums. Just a little shrimp, that's all I can ever be. But I'm happy knowing that I will be okay. Maybe someday something will change. I'm happy with it, it's all I will ever be. But I will be okay. Someday something will change. I'm dead. I lied, I didn't die. I apologize. I apologize for lying to you about dying. But I am a ghost, and I am quite dead. As a ghost must be, a ghosty too. Yeah, lies on the internet, I know, shocking. However, will you deal? Yeah, we're gonna do our best anyway to get to the top. Even though I know that I am and my energy has shifted completely. And I apologize for that. I don't feel like it would be fair to just leave. You're now angry about lies on the internet? Gotta get angry. I don't think anybody here remembers Gotta Get Angry, but I remember it. Me. The me. I remember Gotta Get Angry. I hope Angie's doing okay. Hey Rans, how's it going? I hope you're having a good time. No. Mauser. You just woke up. I apologize. I put the note in the group. I was going and we were fine, and then all of a sudden I got really dizzy, and then my MS hug started, and so I'm struggling. But it'll be fine. I'll be okay. I'm just, you know. But once I'm done this attempt, I don't know if we'll make it to the top. But once I'm done this attempt, I'm gonna end stream. Thank you. Appreciate it. I wish I didn't feel like shit. Oh, fucking. Anything to heal? I have nothing to heal. Thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, last night we did pretty well. Last night we killed a man. In game. Let's be fair, in game. I didn't kill an actual man. I would never. Kidding me? Have you seen me? I can't kill shit. Okay, I can kill in video games, but that's about it. I don't even like killing spiders because they're too cute. He did have it coming. I wanted to cut a wrestling promo against him, but I just did not have the energy. Might do that. Wait until the rain clears and then we can get a better picture. Yeah, the Crucible Knight did have it coming. You guys, if you guys want to watch me fail for 90% of a thing and then do really, really cool stuff. Holy shit! I guess that's the end of our run. Then you should watch last night's. You should watch last night's stuff. I did really well, and I've been doing really well in Elden Ring. I have been. It's been really good. Yeah. But it was good. I had fun. I had fun. Like I said, I'm really sorry that I can't do a longer stream. I did not expect this sudden drop in energy and in ability. I really appreciate you guys regardless. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot that I'm just going for. Try. As a reminder, we are 12 doll hairs. Let's see if I can make this jump up. Can I make this jump up? Let's see. Yeah! We are 12 doll hairs away from our $300 reward. That is our...
You need what now?
Now say thank you for 1,000 bits. We are now 2 doll hairs. We are now 2 doll hairs away from our Cozy Games week. $2 away from 300. So if you want to see this possum play Cozy Games, then I would recommend giving 200 bits. Yeah. So tired, I'm so sorry. Alright though, I'm gonna send you guys somebody else so you can enjoy.
I do like cozy.
What? Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. 'Cause now we got the Cozy Game Week. Which means that the next one that we're going for... I'm so tired. I apologize so much. I want to give this the right, but I can't. Is Ghostie lore stream. I'm sorry I'm not able to give. Oh, I really appreciate that. How? Hold on. So in 72, if we get 72 more doll hairs, then lore stream. Fuck. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to get myself more hyped up, and I do apologize. I can't. I just don't have the ability. I'm glad y'all can't see what I just tried to do. I'm trying to fix the goals for the gaming overlay, and I accidentally put $3,400 instead of $400. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm gonna send you guys somewhere. Where am I sending you guys? Where am I sending you guys? Let's see. Cause I don't think. Oh, Lissa is live. Let's send you guys over to Lissa. There's somebody that I would have been hanging out with today. Please have a wonderful day. Eat something delicious. Hug somebody you love. I hope to see you next time, but until then, bye.